Hey cool cats and kittens. I really just had to do that. If you haven't seen Tiger King, go watch it and you'll understand why I just said that. It's like the noisiest intro on the planet, y'all. I'm so sorry. My window is open and it was so fine. Barely anyone was going by when I was doing my actual makeup, but now that I'm trying to do my intro and outro, cars everywhere. I hope you guys are having a great day. I've got a new video where I basically shop my makeup collection, or shop my stash, what this video is called. I've seen a lot of different YouTubers do it, and I thought I would do it because I was decluttering my makeup a few weeks ago and noticed there was so much stuff that I love and stuff even that I've barely tried that is just sitting in my collection not being used, and I can't justify to myself buying new makeup if I'm not using what I already have. So I went through my makeup collection and just picked out some products that I haven't used in a while or haven't used period, that have just been sitting here collecting dust. So this is the look that I created with some products I grabbed from my collection. So let's get started. So the palette I chose to use today is the Morphe 39S. Such a gem palette. This palette is humongous, and if I turn it this way you can see the layer of dust it has acquired by being at the bottom of my palette stack. So I figured that's a good enough sign that I should probably give this palette a try. But here is the palette here. It's got a ton of colors, lots of pinks and purples, a few like silvery grays, just a lot of color, and it's got a few neutral tones. I'm gonna try to stay away from those today and actually do a look with some color. A little stressed though because I'm not like the greatest like makeup artist out there by far, and I don't play with color too often, which is really why I wanted this palette, because I do love purples and I just wanted to step out of my comfort zone a little bit. So the lids are primed as usual. One thing I don't like about this palette is all the shade names are on this lovely plastic insert, so that's going to be fun. I am going to be taking the shade Bougie, which is a very pigmented pink, as you can see, and throwing that in the crease. Do y'all want to be closer? I'll make it a little bit closer. Hey. Open eye, feel the way. I'm really just making sure this color is blended out, because wow, she is bright. Oh hell, y'all, I meant to put on my fucking elf eye tapes. I'm gonna do that. Okay, I got my eye tapes on now, so let's get back into it. I don't know if I said this already, but I'm going to be doing a halo eye today. So the next shade I will be taking from this palette is the shade Plums Up, and I'll be stamping that in the outer and inner corner. And as you can see, I naturally left the centers open a little bit like you will with a halo eye. And I'm going to be taking the topper shade called Total Goals. and that is what I will be applying on the center. I'm going to try it with this brush, but if I don't like it with the brush, I'm just going to use my finger. So I actually went ahead and applied a little bit of that topper shade to the center of the lid already, and now I'm just building it up a little bit because these are toppers. They don't pack the most amount of pigment. Like, let me swatch it for you just so you can see what I'm talking about. Like, it's very sheer, so I'm trying to build it up as much as I can. And I will say be careful when you're digging into the toppers because they are pretty soft, so you don't want to, you know, dig too deep because you can literally see the marks you leave in it if you are too heavy-handed. I'm going to do a little bit with my finger as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything on the under eye yet. We'll swing back around to that later if I decide to, but I'm going to go ahead and remove this tape, which that is what I wanted. This does not look exactly how I wanted it, but nothing a little concealer can't fix. So now we're gonna go ahead and prime the face. So the primer I decided on is the one from Pure. This is the Pure 4-in-1 correcting primer. It says energize and rescue with aloe, coconut water, and probiotics, and it is silicone free. This is the primer there. I just squeezed some out. It smells really good, like kind of like fruity, but not in a sickly way. Like, it smells like fruit and coconut, sort of like a lotion consistency, and it does get tacky, so that is good. And surprisingly, that palette really didn't have any fallout, so that's good to know. So far so good. It doesn't feel super slippy or greasy on the skin, which I appreciate. So for foundation, we're going to be taking the Too Faced Peach Perfect. I wanted this foundation for so long, and then I finally got it and like used it probably 3 times. So I really don't remember how I felt about it. I'm pretty sure I liked it. I was trying out so much stuff that it was hard to keep up. I'm well aware this isn't my shade, so we're just gonna make do. I do get this tan. I'm just not there yet. I thought I remembered this having more coverage, but maybe I just need to build it up a little bit to see that. Open eye, feel the waves cut. So my camera did cut me off. I was able to build up that foundation a little bit, and now I'm going in with this Rimmel Stay Matte Concealer. It's got a little doe foot applicator, and I will say I'm having to dip back into the concealer quite a bit to you know, get some product, so I can already tell I don't really love that about it. I thought it was gonna be too dark, but with this foundation it's actually not bad. But I'm still just gonna go add a hint, literally a hint of whiteness with the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and then we're going to blend this out. If I could find my mirror. I can already tell you I'm not liking how this foundation looks on me. I like really just don't wear mattifying products anymore, and I just feel like my skin looks awful with this concealer on top of it. Also, this foundation looks horrible. My skin looks so dry and crepey. It's kind of disgusting. Like, I think this video might be a fail. I thought I was gonna like this concealer, but I don't. It's like not covering this blemish I have here, so like what's the point of being full coverage when you're not? Like, don't say that if you actually aren't. And the foundation doesn't look so hot either. So far all I'm liking is the primer and obviously the eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna try this one from Ciate. This is the Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. I got this in BoxyCharm and I haven't even opened it yet. It still has like the little plastic insert over it. And this powder is stark white. I have not used a stark white powder and I don't know how long. Girls on Instagram be like, with a cocaine under eyes. I gotta stop. I was just talking for so long. Me and this camera are literally gonna fight today. But I was saying, I think this powder does have a coconut scent to it, but it's hard for me to tell since my primer had a scent and also my foundation. Like, obviously when they dry you can't smell them anymore, but my sponge kind of still smells like peaches. But I think the powder has a coconut scent as well. True test of this powder will be when I go to take my thumbnail, if I can use blush or not. But that looks really good. For bronzer, again, the Milani Soleil bronzer. I love this stuff when I bought it a couple years ago. And I've tried so many bronzers since then that it's kind of taken a back burner. So I was really excited to pull it out and give it another go. If you haven't tried a Milani baked bronzer, go do yourself a favor and try it. They're so beautiful on the skin. Go try Milani bronzers in general. They have some of my favorite drugstore bronzers. For blush, I'm going to be taking the Tarte Party, and I'll be taking it with my favorite little blush brush. This is like a birthday gift from Tarte, or from Sephora, like a couple years ago, and I don't think I ever used it. Do y'all know what this is? Do you know what this is? I'm so excited. I can finally use this like on my channel. I don't know if I used it in the past when it came out on my channel. I've done too many videos to remember. But this is the Nicole Guerrero highlight palette with Nastasia, and they just re-released it. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, I can use her on camera. This is one of my favorite highlight palettes. Nastasia has some of the best highlighter formulas out there. If you can see those 3 swatches. My favorite shades are Forever Young, Glow Getter, and 143. So these 3 here. I think I'm going to mix a little bit of 143 and Glow Getter. 143 has been through it. I like dropped this palette one time and shattered it, and I had to repress it. There was a whole time frame where I like wasn't even using the shade. I just had taped some plastic over it and didn't allow myself to use it because I thought I didn't deserve it because I broke it. I mean, can you see that? They're so beautiful. They look so nice on the skin. They don't accentuate any texture whatsoever, and I just really love them. I mean, come on, you cannot tell me that isn't gorgeous, like, honestly. for the brow, because I forgot about my brow, I have this eye pencil. This is from Winky. This is their universal brow pencil. I used to love this thing. So we are gonna use it again today to do the brow. So the one thing I don't enjoy about this brow pencil is the shape. If you can see that, it's basically shaped like the Nastasia brow definer, and like once you use it for the first time, like it's not sharp on the edges anymore. It's just like a fat round tip, so it's a little bit of a challenge to get a super defined line. So if you have thinner brows, it may not be ideal for you. So on the lips, I went in with a mixture of, I used Cafe from LA Girl mixed with I Am Unstoppable from Real Her, and then I topped that off with the shade Bow and Arrow from Kat Von D. And then I wanted to give this gloss a try, another BoxyCharm product that I haven't used yet. I saw in Kathleen Light's March favorites, she talked about this lip gloss and how good it was, and honestly I was saving it for a giveaway in the future, because that's typically what I do with some from BoxyCharm that I don't want to use. Kathleen was raving about this lip gloss, so I thought I would go ahead and try it out today. She said it made her lips look super juicy. It has like a brush applicator, which isn't my favorite, but I'll still use it. It's thick, so it should last long, I would hope. And yeah, it gives the most gorgeous, like, juicy look to the lips. Like, wow. So I'm super worried about using this, but this is the Cover FX Illuminating Spray. I'm gonna shake it up real good because there is some shimmer in here, and I don't want that to ruin my makeup. Actually, it looks pretty good. I'm not obsessed with the foundation or concealer whatsoever, but everything else looks nice. I don't even hate this eye look, so we will see. Y'all, that was such a gentle mist. Like, wow. I can't really tell that it did too much. Because it is really a super fine mist. Y'all tell me, do I look glowier than I did before? Last but not least, we have this thickening mascara from Grande Drama. I've used this mascara once before and I actually liked it, and I had the full intentions to keep using it because it does have castor oil in it, which is great at helping your lashes grow. And not that I need my lashes to be longer, because my lashes are actually pretty long. It's just they're so curly that you can't tell like how long they actually are. Alright y'all, here is the completed look. So final thoughts. I don't like that foundation anymore. I think my skin is just too dry for it this time of year. Definitely something I can probably only wear in the summer. So the Rimmel concealer isn't my favorite. If I was to recommend a drugstore concealer that is full coverage, there are so many other concealers I would recommend before that. If you want one that's the closest to that $4 and $5 price range that I believe the Rimmel concealer is, I would definitely recommend the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. They've got a satin finish and a matte finish, and they're both phenomenal compared to this one. As far as the setting powder goes, it's all right. My under eye does look a little lighter than I would like it in person. I still need to do a flash test to be 100% about that, but I will try to leave something in the description box letting you guys know if it has flashback or not. But other than that, it did set the face. I really like the eyeshadow palette. I actually really like the way my eyeshadow looks. I love purples, and I like to step out of my comfort zone every now and then and play with color, and this isn't a look I would necessarily wear all the time. Like I have one purple eyeshadow palette that I wear. It's the Jaclyn Hill Bling Boss palette. I'll wear that one from time to time, but this one's so much brighter than I usually wear. My blush, bronzer, and highlight, obviously I'm a big fan of Tarte blushes. I've always loved this Milani bronzer and that highlighting palette as well. The lip, I really like this lip gloss. I'm not sure if this is the exact color I wanted for this makeup look, but it's what I came out with, so we're just gonna leave it as is. I just realized that I didn't update you guys about the setting spray, so it's probably going to be decluttered the next time I go through my makeup, because it didn't really give an extra dew to my skin. All it did was leave some little shimmer particles everywhere, and I do not like that. It does not look good at all. So I will not be using that ever again. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.